Neil Katyal, are you as confident as Judge Luttig is that this ends up before the United States Supreme Court?
I think it does end up before the U.S. Supreme Court. I think that's the only thing that we can predict with some relative certainty. I don't think Minnesota or Colorado will have the last word on this either way. I do think that the hard thing for the Supreme Court is something we haven't talked about yet, which is not really the law. I think the judge makes an absolutely compelling case on the law. The hard question is the precedent that would be set if you allow one state or some voters in one state to remove someone from the ballot. That is, of course, I think what the text of the Constitution requires, but I do think it's going to give them pause. And, you know, some people are saying, look, if they do it to Trump, then other states, conservative states, will do it to Biden or to some future Democratic, nominee. My view on that is the Republicans are probably going to do that anyway, because that party is so lost its constitutional bearings that they'll just weaponize anything, whether it applies or not. Here, this is, as the judge says, the paradigmatic case for applying 14th Amendment Section 3. But you do have to worry that anything short of that paradigmatic case might be weaponized in some other instance.
This, Nicole, if I may, this will not be the ultimate issue. That is, the contemplation of the Constitution is that the processes that are underway right now across the several states will roll themselves up, whether those processes are in state court or federal court, eventually to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court will decide whether the former president is disqualified under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. And that will be a uniform rule for the United States of America. It will not be the case. It will not be the case that the former president is on some ballots and not on others. I can assure the American people of that.
Would you argue this case before the Supreme Court if asked?
I hope no one asked me to argue.
That wasn't a no.
I'm not an advocate, but I know very well someone who is one of the greatest advocates before the Supreme Court, and it happens to be Neil Katyal. So I would recommend that Neil argue it, as he did the most important case since our founding for American democracy, Moore versus Harper.
If asked, would you argue this case, Neil?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Wow. With the judge at my side.
I think you guys just made some news. Judge, thank you for being here. Thank you for talking about these things, and thank you for explaining them to non-lawyers. I prepare by pulling out and Googling sections of the Constitution that I haven't read since school, so thank you very much for making me do that. It's important.
Thank you, Nicole. It's really an honor for me to be here with you.
It's an honor to have you here, and it's an honor to have the two of you together. Thank you both so much.